One of the things that I try to impart to a lot of the individuals that I work with, um, is that community has become a concept I think that is rarer and rarer in the world. And I think the more that you watch things unfold as they have been in, our news and particularly our country, we are recognizing just how important community is and how many people, one, don't have it, or two, don't even know what it is. And so one of the things I think about when I think of community is you are an individual in a community, right? So you have yourself, and who you are, your identity is part of who you show up as in that community. And that identity can cause harm to other people, depending on certain perspectives or opinions or the way that we interact with others. Even not intentionally, we can sometimes cause harm, right? People can be, I call it covertly invalidating, meaning they don't intend to invalidate you, but somehow the actions or the words that they use still are invalidating, right? Those two things can exist at the exact same time. Currently in my community, I'm also a dog sitter. And so I have a little furry friend with me, who likes to make an appearance on the podcast. But anyhow, that was a different segue. So the idea of community, when you have identity, is I think about what skills do you have as a person? For example, do you know how to handle conflict with others? Are you able to sit with people in conflict and problem solve and try to reach a resolution without, let's say, name calling or belittling or shutting down and walking away? A lot of people struggle with that. They don't even like the word conflict. They see it as inherently negative. When you think about as an individual, do you have the capacity to show up for other people? And that's not a knock, because sometimes we may not, based on where we are in life. You could be somebody with a disability, somebody who has a chronic health issue, and that can sometimes impact how you are able to show up for others. And then I understand in a broader sense is that there are so many ways for us to be an active member of a community, that doesn't just have to be things that you would do physically or even things you can do financially. So the more I learn about that, the more I understand that identity and community are intertwined, right? And a lot of people think of identity, I think, as just qualities and things that interest you. And it is those things, but it's also how you show up and interact with others. Have you done any work to heal your own trauma? Have you done any work to heal anger or deep shame that you might carry, or guilt? And that to me is always a place to start, because those things, as we know, will continue to come up again and again, and it impacts